Well, hey there, guys and gals, and all my pals. I'm glad you're back here on Outfits Garage. We appreciate you joining in here. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Leave us a comment at the end of this video. We got some pretty interesting stuff on this thing, and we wound up gathering up something today. I guess you could say it was a sponsorship to the channel. So we're going to show you that here just right now. Right there it is, folks. It's a Powerhouse 8,000 watt extended run generator powered by Coleman PowerMate. We just unloaded this thing. It hadn't been ran in a long time. The guy said that it didn't, he couldn't make it run. So what did I do? I should have already showed you that, but I pulled the breather off of it. Let's do this right here real quick. We hooked the battery up right there. All right. Do it again. I'm out of brake cleaner. I ran out of brake cleaner, but she runs. But now we got to pull this carburetor off right there. And see if I can't get this thing opened up and see what's wrong with it. We're going to pull this front cover off, get all the leaves and stuff. It's packed full of leaves and stuff where it's just been sitting. We're going to try to clean it up a little bit. That's a sponsorship to the channel. Alrighty, we've got the top off of this, the front cover. This thing was packed full of a mouse nest. So if you ever mess with one of these old motors been sitting a long time, go ahead and pull this cover off. Get your mouse nest out of here, because there's going to be one. There was just a little bit packed in here, but most of it was right here. It was plumb full. So always take that front cover off, check for mouse nest, and that way your engine won't overheat. All right, now what we've got to do, I don't know if we'll pull this off or not, but most of that seems pretty clear. But I got to pull this carburetor off, or at least right here, pull the bowl off and see if I can keep from tearing the gasket, and see if I can't clean the jets on this thing. So I may have to pull the top of it off. I don't know. Looks like that might be where the bowl is all the way around it. So, yep, this might be a two-hand job, so I might not be able to video much of it. So, this is a fuel inlet, but it's built off of vacuum. It's got a fuel vacuum pump. Comes off of right here. So vacuum runs the fuel pump, which puts fuel into here. Now I'm learning how it works. Okay. Alrighty, so it looks like I'm going to have to pull this apart, maybe that. So we'll be back with you here in a minute. Alright guys, I pulled the carburetor loose, took it all apart. I don't know if I videoed any of that or not, but we got it all back together. We're going to see if it'll start. Generator. Now we'll see if it'll start back up. Might have something far up in there, you reckon? Leaves. Well, might ought to let it cool off. Got a few leaves up in that top part. But hey, she runs. Might still need a little bit right here. Hit that starter button. I pull the choke. Carburetor ain't there yet, but she runs, and pretty tickled about that. We may possibly have to get another carburetor for it, but I think if I can get this thing off, I'm trying to see how you get it off. I guess I'd pull the intake manifold off, get to the screws that are up underneath it. There's some more leaves. Don't know, but they'll have to come off and probably be soaked in some carburetor cleaner or something, vatted or something, and eat that old junk out of it. Just some fresh gas in it might help it and running here long enough, but I don't know. That old gas in the bottom of that carburetor was pretty bad. It's dry, it's all dried out, but it might need some more attention. But hey, we got an 8,000 watt generator that'll run, so a little bit of tinkering. Well, hey, what if we put a 1-barrel carburetor up here? I don't know. Well, we if we have to, we'll buy a brand new carburetor for it. But I think that carburetor there will clean up. If it's running right there, I think we can clean it up. So anyway, we'll see if we can't do some more on this. We may tinker on this right over here for a minute. Get this pulled up there. That's a 25 horse Briggs & Stratton industrial engine. Our motor on our lawnmower went out, so we've got that motor. It's got compression, so we'll just have to see if we can't make that motor run on our bad boy lawnmower out here. We'll just have to wait and see on that one. But it's kind of iffy, but we'll see. If I have to, I'll pull the carburetor off of the 23 horse. It should bolt right up to it. I think it's pretty much the same thing. So anyway, it's a brand new carburetor come this spring. This last spring was brand new carburetor on it. So anyway, we're going to put the front cover back up on this thing and let it sit there for a little bit. Let it set and soak, and we'll fire it back up here in a little while. Getting her cleaned up, Matthew.
Oh yeah.
Some of that old mold or mildew off from it. Been setting for no telling how many years. What are we using? Awesome. This stuff works great. No, this ain't a paid advertisement either. It just works. It's cheap. You can go to the Dollar Tree, get that for $1.25. Does anything you want to do. It'll clean it right on up. I mean, it's awesome. Now, there you go, wipe that joker down just a little bit. Just don't get so much of that gasket. I don't need that cleaned up. Probably wipe the inside down when you get that. See if I can get this hooked up. Might be a little bit of a job with that fuel tank on it. Can't see me. We may have to pull that fuel tank back off. Or at least raise it up. Right there. Screws goes in there. Can't be them. Which way that goes? Do that until I get this hose on. This is tough. There it is. Crankcase breather is hooked back up. Now, yep, that's the way it went, just like that. Yeah, we'll probably have to pull the carburetor back off of it at some point. Redo this. Okay, now then. Back on. Maybe wondering why I'm putting double washers on. Well, the washers they had just barely covered the edge, and you put a bigger washer underneath it and it goes up in that slot better and it holds it. Keep dropping the washers. That's fine. It's on right now. I just put it on. That's all right. Way you're recording. I got it. I just need to slide it this way. Got it. Don't hit it too hard, it busts the tank. We are back. We got that thing running all right. We're letting it set every once in a while and then fire it up, let it set, fire it up and let it run. And every time we run it, it gets a little better. So I think that's what we need to do, is just let it set and run. 18 horse, twin cylinder. It's an old flathead style, but it puts out power. So now we are going to work on this. As you see, we have another motor. This is a 23 horse right here. This is a 25 horse Briggs. So we don't know anything about that motor other than it has compression, but we're going to find out. We'll be back with you here in just a little bit when we get this thing swapped out.